Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader. It's Thursday, June 3rd, and these are the charts of the day. Starting off with a little acorn, AKRX. You'll see that things changed dramatically in terms of the characteristics of the trend in April when we had a thrust here, a little bit of a back off, and then it came on strongly, formed a little bear coil or wedge, and popped out. Over the last month, it's been consolidating, but in the last 2 days, it's taken out the top of the range. Looks like this one will accelerate. My first target is 4. My secondary target is 5. Aruba Networks, ARUN, a new one we've been watching, broke out today. After dropping and forming kind of a head and shoulders bottom, the stock then turned around, broke through the April highs and late May high today, jumping 40 cents on 3.8 million shares with thrusts in on-balance volume. I believe this one reaches 15.5 and then gets towards the $18 range. Clean energy fuels had a substantial snapback the last couple of days, and today broke through its moving averages and declining tops line. Next target up around 18, where the lateral price resistance at the early May snapback high exists, as well as the 50-day moving average. That is around 18, as I said. If we get through that, look for something back in the low 20s. Cirrus Logic continues to move slightly higher today. May have moved out of this little micro flag it was in, jumping 37 cents on 4 million shares, but it could start to accelerate if it gets to 15.35, our next minor little resistance level. Our target on this is around the 18 and then 21 range. Coinstar had a significant technical session today, as this coil I've been pointing out for a few days was broken with a $2.78 pop, or 5%, on 3 million shares, an increase in volume, the best in a couple 3 weeks. Expect at the top that the stock continues to accelerate into the mid-60s. A new one we're following, InTest, NTT, which had been in a beautiful rising channel for the last year. It's in a narrower channel within that channel, formed a flag over the last 3 weeks. Today popped 41 cents or 10% on the best volume in 3 weeks, and appears to head forward 5 3/4. My initial trading target, secondary target 7+. Isilon, ISLN, similar pattern. Consolidated for last week after running up nicely over the last year in a beautiful rising channel. Took out lateral price resistance and consolidated. Now it looks like it's ready to come out of this consolidation. Up 50 cents or 3.5% today. Initial target at around 16.5. Secondary target up around 18. L&L Energy, LLEN, which most of you know has been a favorite of mine. I believe that fundamentally this is a very strong turnaround. From a technical standpoint, I've noticed several positive divergences with the stock making lower lows. Very few of the technicals did. And in addition, the volume has gotten extremely quiet and narrow. Any pop through this declining tops line and its 21-day moving average could accelerate the stock for a quick test of the 10 3/4 11 zone, my initial trading target. But beyond that, looking for 12.5 and then 14. NBIX, Neurocrine Biosciences, popped nicely last week, settled back into a 3-day flag, broke back out yesterday and extended today, reaching 520 at one point. But my trading target is 6, with a secondary target at 7.5. Omnivision, OVTI, also popped out of a little 3-day, little mini coiler mini wedge, and jumped 76 cents today, most of it late in the afternoon, and closed not far off not only the session high but the 52-week high. Looking for a move that takes it to at least 22.5 and maybe as high as 24.5. Quest Software hit a new 8-year high today, breaking out across multiple tops. And here's your 8-year base pattern, which can support a very big move. Ultimately, I look for the stock to make it into the mid-20s and then low 30s or more. But the significance of today's action is that it broke out of this little consolidation pattern and jumped 76 cents or nearly 4% today. Volume and technical are starting to accelerate. Wanted to highlight RIG, Transocean, which has gotten battered 50% of its by 50% in the last 6 weeks. Long-term support was hit this yesterday, and it bounced, and today it took off snapped back 271 and closed just pennies off the high for the day on 29 million. I suspect that based on just a simple Fibonacci retracement, we could get this stock to the 60-63 zone, and that would be my short-term trading target. And lastly for today, a new portfolio position, Westport, which three times in the last couple of weeks has held 1340 zone. Snapped back with a vengeance yesterday, backed off in the morning, and then came on strong to close right at resistance. A breakthrough here, and I'm looking for a move that takes this to 20, 20.5 zone. Beyond that, something in the low to mid 20s may be doable. That's it for tonight and for this week. Talk to you Monday night.